BOLing for a white pickup truck to threaten you with a knife?
Because I know she had it and she stabbed me a long time ago.
What up, Poochie? Oh.
What did I?
I don't know what's going on right now, but I do know that you're in
sorry.
handcuffs.
Right now, a new online docuseries is following the lives of law enforcement. It's called The Shift. It follows agencies across the United States, including right here in Michigan. The series embeds viewers with real officers on real shifts, no scripts or reenactments, just the job as it actually unfolds. Executive producer and founder of Red Watch Productions, Zach Hamilton, joining us live on our couch this morning. Zach, good to see you as always. Let's talk about it, dive right into it. The Shift, what is it? Tell our viewers about it. I mean, it's a pretty cool day-to-day life snippet of what police and law enforcement do every day.
Yeah, definitely. So it's a unique program in the sense that we're trying to be hyper-localized each season. So this season we're set on the state of Michigan. So we're going to be featuring different law enforcement agencies across the state. And we really want to showcase what, like the title says, what a shift is actually like at these agencies. Not just the priority one calls, though we do have that. Obviously, law enforcement can unfold and can change very quickly. But we want to show just the day-to-day operations, what it's actually like to be a police officer. And that's mostly to help them connect with their communities, but hopefully help with recruiting and getting more people interested in the work.
Yeah.
Talk about what it's been following some of these agencies. I mean, what types of experiences have you had?
Yeah, it's interesting. So sometimes it's like very normal. We kind of ease into it. And sometimes we're just like right into the mix immediately. But it has been great just to see how the different agencies operate. Obviously, they all have the commonality of working as a law enforcement agency, but everyone has their own cultures.
Yeah.
We actually just filmed with St. Joseph last Friday. It'll be coming out this Thursday for a second time. And apparently they're one of the few agencies that allow for a cowboy hat as part of the uniform.
Wow.
So we're going to be getting our first cowboy hat on the show. I'm excited about that.
That's pretty cool. You know, you talk about some of the differences and nuances between the departments and offices you work with. Talk about which one, I guess, what are some of the differences that you've seen across the board? Because you get kind of a sneak peek into all of those agencies that you work with.
Yeah, I appreciate you not asking me who my favorite was.
Yeah,
so
no,
don't want to go there. Don't want to go there.
You can tell us that after.
Yeah.
Right, that's when the cameras aren't rolling.
Right.
No, it has been unique. I mean, we're dealing with municipal police agencies. We're dealing with sheriff's offices.
Right.
But then we also have some other things that are in the works too, possibly with some federal agencies that are operating in the state. And so there's a lot of nuances that go into that. And it's interesting to see some departments have more discretion than others. So on a traffic stop, you can be like, look, this guy's got a rough go, but he's working, he's trying to get through things. So you know what, I'm going to cut him a break on this. Or they might, pare down a ticket to just kind of help somebody out. And you can tell when you're filming whether it's genuine or not.
Yeah.
And I've been very fortunate that it seems like these are just genuinely, they feel comfortable with me having worked in public safety like I do in Kalamazoo. They feel like they can be themselves. And that really resonates on camera because then they're not trying to put on some kind of persona for the camera.
Yeah, you kind of hinted at your other day job, right? He's the master PIO at KDPS down in Kalamazoo. So you've actually done a lot of work with them behind the scenes too. A lot of the videos you produce are for recruitment efforts and also just general relation to the community. What have you learned from your videos and productions that you've put on at KDPS to here to kind of help tell the story of the overall law enforcement story in Michigan or in the country? Yeah,
I've learned that it's really important to take care in what you're covering, how you present it, obviously. I mean, we're trying to connect a community here at KDPS, we're trying to connect a community, with our department. And I want people to look at the department as their department. And I really do take that very personally to me and my role as the PIO there. But definitely for this shift, every agency that we cover, I hope that when these communities see their agency, like, oh my gosh, that's my department. Like, how cool is that? And we're seeing in the comments, people are like, oh my gosh, I never thought I'd see, like, for instance, Bangor or Lawton PD be featured on a TV show. How cool is this?
Right.
I grew up there, or I am from there. So it's really exciting to see that.
Yeah.
Or I interacted with that guy once, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that too. You never know.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want people's big takeaway to be when they're watching each episode?
I hope that when they see the shift that they realize that, oh, this is what policing's actually like. We're genuinely trying to showcase what law enforcement truly is at a day-to-day level. And I think it's easy when you look at the headlines or even look at some of the drama series, we get lost in like the action or the drama of it. But the reality of the job is no one gets into this for the money. They get into it because they care. And I think we lose sight of that sometimes because we see the uniform or we see it all the time on TV, whether it's in the news or on a show. And we forget that like these are actual people. These are people that have a family that they care about, but they also care about their community. And I hope that they see that.
Yeah. When you are going through the different agencies that you work with, you've been with Calhoun County, you've been with St. Joe, which is coming out again this week. You were with Kent County, some of the other local PD areas there. What do you take away from it when you're with them and working with them, watching them do their job? I mean, it's got to be interesting to see the wide range of a shift that they have throughout their entire day.
Yeah, I think it's cool because the fact that we are hitting like small, mid-sized, and larger agencies, it's really interesting to see how they operate. So a smaller agency, they may not get a high call volume. And I think the average person might be like, well, they're just waiting for a call to come in, and they don't. I think Bangor's episode, which is episode 4 of the show, really showcased that like we had one call for service the whole shift. And you might think as a producer, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do for the show?
Yeah.
But the reality is they don't just sit around. That guy was following up on fraud cases. He was looking for a guy that had a drug warrant. We ended up in a drug encampment. That was interesting. Speaking of interesting, watch where you step. But you know, it shows that like even though they're not getting calls for service, they're still following up on cases. And I think that's really cool to show the community like, look, just because we're not high call volume agency doesn't mean we're not out there doing our job. So I think it's kind of cool to show those nuances.
Yeah, talk about the first season. What else can we expect throughout the rest of this time? How long is it going to run? And then, you know, when can we start to see season 2 out there as well?
Oh man, season 2. I love the positivity. Yeah, so we are going for a 24-episode run. I believe episode 6 is going to air Thursday. I think I got my numbers right, but that again will be St. Joseph. We are officially filming with Sparta PD next. We also have Lake County Sheriff's Office up north, which will be fun. It's a forest county, so a little bit different vibe. It's the furthest north we've gone, so they're on the roster too. Many more agencies to come, but if we do have a couple slots, so I will say, if you're a law enforcement agency and you're seeing this and you're thinking, hey, I want my department on this show, please reach out. Zach at redwatchprod.com, had to plug it. But in all seriousness, please reach out because we do have the back half of the season to look at. And I would be remiss if I did not thank our sponsors, Armor Express, for keeping us safe out there with ballistic vests, and then KVCC's Police and Corrections Academy for helping with production funding.
All righty. Well, thank you so much. Anything else that we didn't ask you that you think is important for people to know, especially when you've got this docuseries coming out every week on Thursday?
Yeah, I would just ask that you follow us closely because we've got a lot of really interesting developments in the works right now. Some I can talk about, some I can't.
There's a little bit of a tease there.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff in the works.
Sorry, maybe I
yes,
missed
that's
it.
important. So we are on YouTube. It's the Red Watch Productions YouTube, and then it's Red Watch Prod across all social platforms.
All right, Zach Hamilton, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.